wait until the last kid gets to their seat. And the band stops. Let's make sure the band stops.
Right now? Maybe for me right now, we're good?
Just need the band to stop and it'll get there. Hold on. All right, do it.
Good morning. My name is Arushi Gandhi, and I'm the president of Central Middle School Student Activities. I would like to welcome you to Central Middle School's 2024 8th grade Moving Up ceremony. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our national anthem will be performed by the 8th grade choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome to our distinguished guest, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Robert Sutter, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Dennis Mulrooney. Board of Education members are Miss Susie Golder, Mr. Tim Barrows, Miss Allison Kogan, and Miss Judy Mayer, and Central Middle School administration and staff. And a very special welcome to all parents and all guests of CMS students moving up today. Good morning, students, parents, and staff. We finally made it. Here we are at graduation. I stand here today with excitement, nostalgia, and a slight fear that I may trip over this gown and fall face flat. We first entered this school as 6th graders, terrified of what's to come ahead of us. We were still wearing masks and figuring out how to open our lockers. And after 3 years, which, let's be real, felt like 3 seconds, we are here ready to receive our certificate. Middle school has felt like a roller coaster, with ups and downs and a few unexpected loops that left us wondering how we survived it all. But through it all, we've laughed, cried, and formed friendships that no amount of drama can break. But despite all these challenges, we have learned so much in the past 3 years. Every one of my fellow 8th graders has learned and grown so much in their own ways, whether it be mentally or emotionally, consciously or subconsciously. Not only did I learn how to find the area of a circle, but I also learned how valuable my relationships with those around me are. I know many of my classmates may feel scared of what's to come ahead, and don't get me wrong, I'm also afraid. But the reality is that the next chapter in our lives will be us embarking on different paths. We're all moving on to our own chapters, with each of us finding ourselves in different high schools. When you look to the left and right, it's the bittersweet truth that we may no longer share the same classrooms or walk the same hallways. But through this time, I want you to remember all the memories you've made, like having study dates with friends, riding roller coasters on field trips, and playing paleo games. We will never forget these years, even when we are all grown up. Moving on, I want to take a moment to thank our incredible teachers who have educated us and mastered the art of keeping a straight face while trying to decipher our handwriting. You deserve medals and probably hazard pay. Finally, I want to give you some pieces of advice for the future. High school will be hard, like you've ever seen. Enjoying it is what matters. Join clubs, get good grades, play sports, and build your character. But also don't forget to make memories and form genuine relationships. It has been an honor to be part of such a loving community. And once again, congratulations to all the 8th graders. Congratulations, Central Middle School Class of 2024. I would now like to introduce Dhruvi Rana, next year's President of Student Activities, for the traditional passing of the gavel.
I accept this gavel. I wish the Central Middle School 8th grade continued success as they enter high school.
With congratulations from the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to introduce Board of Education member, Miss Susie Golder.
Hi, good morning. Graduates, parents, family, teachers, Dr. Sutter, CMS administration, and fellow board members. It is my privilege today to speak to you on this exciting occasion. I am going to try and be brief, since I know that everyone is here to celebrate the graduates and not to listen to a lot of speeches. Yet, those who know me would find it hard to believe I can be brief. I would like to extend my congratulations to all the 8th grade students, in particular, my granddaughter, but don't worry, I won't say your name. Your parents, family, and teachers have guided you to this point. They have given all they could so that you had a strong emotional and educational foundation. Yet, no matter who has helped you or how they have helped you to get to this point in life, please don't take today's graduation for granted. It is a milestone in your life and a memory you should be proud of. Nothing could have been possible without your efforts, but you have so much more living to do. As part of your humanity, you are going to make mistakes. Just remember, though, that the one thing many successful and famous people have in common is that they have made a lot of mistakes. That is how lessons are learned, and though many people tout their own perfection, it is through mistakes that we learn the most. Please remember the following. When you make a mistake, and you will, take full responsibility. Don't blame others. Learn from it and avoid making the same mistake. No matter what the consequences, be honest. Everything is a picture of who you are. If you don't like what you see, you simply change yourself. Remember, what you do when no one is looking is who you really are. So, if you want good grades, study and know that no matter how hard it may seem, you can achieve. If you want good friends, then learn to be a good friend. If you want people to see the good in you, then learn to see the good in people. If you want respect, then respect others. I would like to wish you fun this summer so that you can come back in September ready to conquer freshman year, ready to make it the best 4 years. Join clubs, participate in a sport or sports, read a lot, be serviceable, make new friends, Be courageous, be spontaneous, be a great Parhai human. Give it all you have so that when you look back at your high school years, you have no regrets. Dear graduates, on behalf of the Board of Education and myself, we wish you nothing but the best. Enjoy the day and know that your school district does care about you very much. Thank you.
With congratulations from the district, it is my pleasure to introduce Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Dennis Mulrooney, better known as Miss Mulrooney's husband.
Thank you for that introduction. All right. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you. Good morning to Dr. Sutter. Good morning to Board of Ed members in attendance, to Mr. Gray and his wonderful CMS administration, and the incredibly talented CMS staff. Good morning to all the loving parents in the stands, and to all the siblings who tolerate the students sitting before me. Well done. Good morning to the class of 2024 from Central Middle School. I've heard great things about you from my wife, as you know. As 8th graders, as you graduate today and move on to PHS, I speak to you not as the assistant superintendent of curriculum instruction, but rather as an absolute expert in all things high school. My high school resume speaks for itself. I taught high school English. I coached high school wrestling and football and track and field. I was an advisor for student council. I was a high school assistant principal and eventually a high school principal. I even went to high school as a student for 4 years. This is not my first rodeo, people. Furthermore, I've tried all the food in the cafeteria menu. I know where all the best water fountains are. I even know how to get to the secret underground pool at PHS. I've been to 20 high school proms, 20, and I ate a lot of chicken franchise at them. Don't act like you're not impressed. And using all this high school experience, I could offer you hours and hours of sage, life-altering wisdom. But since you don't really know me, and since it's freezing out here, and because my wife told me to keep it short, I'll select the most important one. Be brave. Bravery over the next 4 years of high school will serve you well. It takes bravery to try your best in classes, to give your all, to risk failure. It takes bravery to join a team, to perform on stage, to get involved, to try new things. A brave person sticks up for people in need. A brave person sticks up for themselves. A brave person asks for help. They stand for something good and true and important. They don't follow the crowd. Bravery will also help with stress and frustration and a broken heart, and in extreme cases, a zombie outbreak, because you never know. Or, hear me out, when you're carrying your tray to your lunch table and you trip in front of approximately 40% of the school, including the person who makes your heart skip a beat, and spaghetti ends up all over your shirt, and there's French fries in your hair, and you want to disappear, delete all of your social media accounts, move to the woods where you can live on berries and sleep amongst the wildlife, using a groundhog as a pillow, bravery will definitely come in handy there too. Bravery will help you to be yourself, to be kind, to be smart, and to be your very best, even when it seems impossible. And when you feel alone, or left out, or less than, bravery can pull you through the darkness to the light on the other side. So my 14-year-old friends, like any self-respecting yearbook message, I congratulate you. I heartily tell you to have a great summer, to stay cool, to keep in touch, and to remember all the good times you had in middle school. And as you start high school in the fall, carving a path of success and opportunity for yourself, be brave. Thank you.
With her final remarks to the 8th grade, it is my pleasure to introduce our 8th grade guidance counselor, Miss Mulrooney.
Good morning. Distinguished guests, parents, grandparents, and especially you, graduates. I'm very excited to be here with you today as you celebrate the end of middle school. Congratulations, graduates, on a job well done. I really feel proud to have watched you grow into fine young people. Parents and guardians, you should be proud of yourselves and of them too. Being the parent of a middle school student is not an easy thing. I know that you've asked yourself several questions over the last few years, like, where did my baby go? And will they be back? And why are they acting like that? What are they doing in their room, and should I be worried? And is bruh a term of endearment? Is that a good thing, or what are we talking about here? So parents, congratulations. I'm sure everybody's noticed it's a little hot today, so I'll try to stay brief with my words. I tend to agree with the philosophy that a person should not give advice when it's not asked for, but CMS 8th graders, I'm gonna give you mine today, because I do think a graduation speech is an exception to that rule. Some of you excelled in school, and to you all, I say keep it up. Take the tough class, push yourself to learn as much as you can, and strive for a brighter future for your generation and the next. If you did not do that well in middle school, if you struggled to get through it because the workload was tough, or homework wasn't as fun as other activities, or you had a period of apathy, listen to me. It doesn't define you. You can go to high school and have a total reset. You don't have to be a straight A student. You just have to work. Go see your teachers for help, and don't fall into another period of apathy. You too can ensure a brighter future for your generation and the next. Do not count yourself out if you did not do well in middle school. Every single one of you is capable of contributing to your school and this world in more ways than you could ever imagine, because you all have gifts, and some of which you're not even aware of yet. You know, I have students come back to Central to visit all the time who didn't do well in middle school, and they come back and they say, I'm doing so well now. You know, a lot of seeds are planted in middle school, and sometimes they grow in high school. So you can turn it around if you did not do great in middle school. And if you did, keep it up. My other pieces of advice are more about the way you live and the way you interact with the world outside of your classroom. Look up from that phone. Look people in the eye, shake their hand, smile at them. Be curious about people and the world around you. The happiest and most successful people I know in my life are the ones who treat others the way they want to be treated, and I know that sounds like a cliche. So I leave you with this. I've loved having you as students. I'll miss you all as you head off to high school, and please come visit me and say, you were right. Congratulations again.
Assisting Mr. Gray with the awarding Assisting Mr. Gray with the awarding of the certificates will be Board of Education members and our retiring school nurse, Miss Bailey.
Arushi Gandhi, Feroza Abdi, Saif Abulmagen, Bruno Aguilar, Ashwarya Ayar, Yash M. Dory, Vincent Anastasia, Arman Anwari, Liliana Apatow, Azan Arif. Vera Bachu. Azizbek Bolibekov. Sri Mahavi Bala Subramanian. Damian Marcus Barone. Jacob John Batarse. Jarul Sam Moses Benjamin. Achintya Bhatt. Mia Maria Binu. Jason William Blair. Tayson Bowie. Michaela Cabrera. Allison Callie. Kayla Cangelosi. Akshar Patel. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Desai.
Stephanie Ross Cereso. Jessica Cervantes. Megha Challa. Angelina Chen. Jackson Chen. Arjun Chandrasekhar. Adit Chandrasekhar. Isra Chaob. Aiza Chaudhry. Alicia Chen. Kaylee Mitchell Chen. Joseph Cicero. Anthony Cicero. Leah Patricia Collins. Marisa Conditi. Alia Yasmin Contreras. Alina Ferris Damra. Ryan Das. Olivia Rose Dean. Juliana Angela DiCecco. Arav Chintan Desai. Anish Desai. Shriya Desai. It's my pleasure to call Mrs. Mulroney once again.
Jacob Phoebus. Kushi Dotre. Alex Dobrevich. Natalie Dolce. Patrick Donda. Manasvini Durai Raj and Dumati. Carmina Ibrahim. Shreya Ekaladevi. Sahana Faisal. Clay Fitzgerald. Madeline Flores. Isadora Flores. James Franz. Anya Garcana. Joshua Gorky. Justin Godoy. Jaden Gonzalez. Nicholas Grabinski. Eliana Grata. Braden Greco. Wyatt Griffin. Kevin Guerrero. Isabella Nicolino Gupko. Anish Gupta. It's my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Schwartz.
Darshil Gurram. Analia Gutierrez. Sajad Habibi. Lalith Hariharan. Nawal Abbas Hassan. Caleb Heinrich. Lily Heinrich. Yazleef Enriquez Perez. Miles Herbig. Laban Hernandez. Travis Hockey. Olson Christian Hahn. Patricia Hudelmeyer. Abram Huerta. Tyler Hubbard. Irina Huta. Alex Swin. Ariel Huyn. Gabriela Elena Iosa. Yusef Isa. Isabella Sophia Jacobi. Anvita Vaishnavi Janaki. Dylan Jans Ben Vuren. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Curry.
Sharia Jaker. Shreyas Jaker. Carter Anthony Johnson. Drew Kanedi. Jace Kansal. Anami Kasadwala. Simon Kataparath. Jordan Sophia Kessler. Christoph Klapach. Nishchay Singh Kochar. Jackson Daniel Krulin. Veronica Kudelko. Jessica Ku. Shrish Kushwaha. Caleb Lack. Fiona Lamb. Maya Laplace. Faina Lee. Matthew Liao. Sharon Lynn. Analia Lopez. Sarai Lopez. Natalie Luis Aristo. Miguel Angel Luis Gonzalez. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Gupta.
Andrew Macedo. Lojane Madian. Javier Mangrola. Christopher Martinez. Safina Mashrabi. Dante Joseph Mariello. Nicholas Mesa. Melissa Mesji. Leah Mirez. Aniket Mishra. Sarthak Mishra. Adam Misalolu. Haley Mystery. Lily Brianna Monsión. Kerrigan Monticello. Julian Montfort. Samia Mostatabi. Chandana Lingam Muhilan. Mukund Mukavili. Abhinav Mulapuri. Shonali Murthy, Prithvi Nagala, Atharva Naharia, Ria Nair. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Folino.
Tony Nee, James Michael Ofori, Madison Oliveira, Kayla R. Paluzzi, Abba Paranjbi, Aryan Parikh, Ashvik Patankar, Arya Patel, Ayush Patel, Dhruv Patel, Faris Patel, Ishan Patel, Jia Patel, Krish Patel, Krish Irvish Patel, Nisa Patel, Purva Patel, Sarvam Patel, Shiv Patel, Suhad Patel, Julian A. Patino Villegas, Andrew Perez. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. O'Hara.
Leanna Pachask, Dia Vipin Pillai, Jovina Peter, Ashley Portillo, Sahasra Prasad, Sahana Prasanna Raghav, Shiva Prevan, Kaden Pradzik, Anshar Pulawar, Anve Pernaye, Rahima Kasemi, Abigail Robender, Nisha Vakil Rana, Neil Prasad Ranadive, Sophia Rehan, Lanaya Marie Rivera, Dominica Viva Roberts, Ava Josephine Rodriguez, Jeremy Roman, Angelina Mia Romano, Cynthia Mary Romano, Delilah Brielle Romano, Ahana Rochaudhary. It's my pleasure to introduce Senorita Ramos.
Haley Sabat, Nick Sacco, Sia Sajiv, Sid Sacrelia, Tanish Samal, Alexa Sanchez, Akin Sandoval Vasquez, Veronica Santana, Pranav Santosh, Ryan Charles Schneider, Isha Shah, Rajbi Shah, Abdullah Shahzad, Mahali Sharif, Avika Sharma, Erika Sharma, James Edward Shenton, Dilpreet Singh, Gurjot Singh, Naisha Singh,
Jacob Smith. Sydney Ann Strumolo. Aditya Soni. Sankalp Sudan. It is my pleasure to introduce Senora Torres.
Bella Supa. Afrain Anwar Survey. Saharish Cruz. Connor Swift. Merve Tasli Shukar. Pia Tucker. Sahil Tucker. Raquel Elizabeth Torres. Vera Sang. Troy Valdez. Eric Van Auken. Ethan Jeremiah Vargas Salguero. Jogeswar Vinokonda. Nicholas Voltrauer. Genevieve Butuan. Richard Wang. Vienna Ward. Griffin Matthew Ways. Desmond Pierce Wellen. Peyton Jeremiah Whittle. Victoria Anna Yahera. Hussain Jacobi. Harshini Dalagala. Maveri Young. Ahmad Jawa Shusofas. Juan Pablo Zapata. Taylor Zen. Claire Zhao. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Cernak.
Well, congratulations, 8th grade. You've done a remarkable job. But now the moment we've really been waiting for, the polio announcements. As a part of our Medieval Europe unit, 8th grade students of world history participated in the 12th annual CMS Polio Tournament. This event is based on a 900-year-old competition that took place in Siena, Italy. It brings together all of the world history classes to compete in authentic medieval games from around the world. It is simultaneously a historical reenactment and an exercise in school spirit. After a day of fierce competition, the team walks away with the official polio banner and the prestige of being a polio champion. This year was our closest year yet. There was some tough competition. However, only one team can be crowned champion, and that honor goes to the Felinian Odin Ravens. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Gray.
Hello, everyone. They say the best public speeches have a good intro, a good conclusion, and not that much in between. So I'll do my best, but there certainly are a few things I'd like to share this morning. So good morning, 8th graders, families, friends, and honored guests. Honored to have you all here this morning. Fortunately, this year, we continued the journey back to business as usual at school. While there are a few bumps along the way, you've overcome those challenges and managed to navigate a successful course through this important stage of your education. Your class will be remembered for its resiliency and ability to overcome adversity. These are characteristics that'll serve you well as you continue on through the chapters of life. Over the past 3 years, you have all grown and developed physically and academically. You established relationships with your teachers and classmates that can never be taken away from you. You'll always have these years of memories. As I told you as sixth graders, many of the relationships you begin at Central will stay part of your lives for years to come. I'm truly happy to celebrate those positive experiences and accomplishments with you today. Eighth graders, 3 Septembers ago, we began this journey together. During your orientation at CMS, I spoke to you as a group of brand new sixth grade students. I told you we all have a lot in common. I shared my background as a student at North, Central, and Parsippany High School, and some of my experiences on the way through. I concluded that message with what I believe sums up the essence of education in one word. That word is relationships. As did mine, I sincerely hope that the relationships you developed at Central with your peers, teachers, administrators over the last 3 years serve you well as you move forward through high school and beyond. I look forward to following your growth and progress in all areas as you continue to develop. It's been an eventful 3 years for each of you, with many ups and downs. I believe they were mostly ups. Throughout it all, I considered myself fortunate to be spending this stage of my career with the wonderful students, families, and staff at Central. This class will always have a special place in my heart, as the 7th I had the pleasure to see go through all 3 grades while I've been principal. I'm proud to say you have all grown in leaps and bounds into the young men and women you are today. That was the purpose of our time together. Mission accomplished. To conclude, I have some brief words of advice for you as you transition into your high school years. First, show up every day. I can't tell you how important good attendance is, no matter what stage of life you're in. It demonstrates a strong work ethic and commitment to whatever it is you are doing. Second, be respectful to others, parents, siblings, classmates, teachers, administrators, coaches, co-workers, strangers. Your relationships with people will define you. Those relationships are one of the few things in life you can truly control. I know those of you attending PHS are coming to a place where you'll continue to be challenged, respected, and celebrated for the wonderful young men and women you are. For those of you heading in other directions for high school, I wish you all the best, and I'm sure the foundation built at CMS will serve you well. This concludes our 8th grade moving up ceremony. Congratulations to you all, and thank you, friends, families, and honored guests, for being here to celebrate this special day with us. I sincerely hope the rest of your days, weeks, months, and years are filled with joy. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Parsippany High School class of 2028. Congratulations.